Yo, what's good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be watching back a game that I played in Showdown yesterday as y'all watch this video against, as y'all can see, that man, Tydebo, the best my team player probably of all time, I think would be the consensus. And I've played Ty before several times. I don't think I've ever posted a video playing Ty, but I've played him a bunch in the past in tournaments and things of that nature. Obviously, I'm a former competitive player myself. For those of you who may not know that, I made the Final Four 250K and 2K22, so I used to be very good. I'd say I'm still pretty good, and this wound up being an exceptional game. So I thought this would be a good game to watch, to talk about what I did well, what I didn't do well, and just a fun game for y'all to watch as well, because I mean, Ty's an incredible player, and this wound up being a really, really good game. So hopefully y'all do enjoy this video. It's gonna be another one of those educational commentary type videos. Definitely gonna critique my own play a lot as well. If y'all have a name for what I should call this series, these educational commentaries where I watch back a game that I played, talk about what I did well, what I didn't do well, same for my opponent, and try to help y'all get better, let me know what y'all think I should name this series. But with that being said, without further ado, let's hop right into the video. By the way, one other thing, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. Less than 300 subs away. Trying to hit that in the near future. Now, let's hop into it. This is going to be a longer video than normal, so for those of y'all who aren't used to that, I apologize, but that's just how we're going to do this video, because we're going to show the whole game, and these commentaries are definitely longer videos otherwise, or than other videos, I should say. Ty, obviously, is Tier 1. We're actually both Tier 1 in this game. So this was like my second Tier 1 game. So very, very early in Tier 1, but a Tier 1 showdown matchup between me and the best player in the world. I mean, pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. First shot, load up, 3-ball with Ronnie Cycly, and he knocks it down off the load up. That's a nice shot, to be honest, to be able to green that. Not an easy shot by any means, but we're able to get it to go. He helps too far off the pop. He doesn't do that much this game, though, I'll tell you that. Good X-switch there with Ronnie, except I overplayed it. Now, try to X-switch back, and I unfortunately click onto Anthony Parker. I messed that up there, and I gave up a wide open 3 to T-Mac. That was just a bad defensive play by me. I make a few of those in this game, for sure, where I misclick and mess up my X-switch for sure. But attacking inside, I get his T-Mac to jump. Once I see T-Mac jump, I'm going up. I wouldn't have gone up otherwise, but his T-Mac jumped, so it basically creates an open lane, and I'm able to knock this down. By the way, I did stream this game over on Twitch, so if y'all want to watch this type of content, feel free to follow the Twitch. Link is in the description. He misses wide open with Jeff Ruland. That's the type of card. Very good card. Yes, terrible pass, by the way, by me. Should never have thrown that. This is Tydebo we're talking about, one of the best defensive players of all time. Probably the best defensive player in like the history of my team. Just not a good pass. That's a very baited pass. I should have known he was going to anticipate that pass and click on, and he did, and he stole the pass. So as y'all can see, he is full court pressing. So my main priority here is to try not to turn the ball over and try not to do stupid. I'm not going to sit here and say that I played better than him in this game, by the way, because I do not think I did. I'm not going to tell y'all who won this game yet, but I do think Ty is an absolutely exceptional my team player, and I mean, y'all see his defense in this game is incredible. Try to like backdoor and then dex it the pass back out for an open shot. I got nothing open. Great defense, honestly. I was just trying to basically send Parker into the paint slightly and then dex him back out with a pass lead to hopefully get a catch and shoot 3. Didn't get the opportunity, and unfortunately, we do not wind up getting a bucket on that possession, and kind of an ugly couple offensive possessions. Good defense here, though, doing a good job of not giving up the slip, keeping Ronnie close to James Worthy. He gets the baseline with Oladipo. That Oladipo, by the way, I think is the card he got from King of the Court for top 1%, and is an absolutely exceptional card. Stopping on the break here, Anthony Parker. He's just not close enough to get a contest there. He's trying to play aggressively with his full court press in the backcourt. And y'all will see that full court press is hell to play against, but that time he overplayed it, and we were able to get the ball out early enough where he couldn't bait. That could easily been a steal, by the way, by me. That was good defense. Wasn't actually rewarded for it, but it was still good defense nonetheless, and he greens a 3 right back with Sharif Abdul-Rahim. So by the way, I think my face cam is blocking the shot feedback, so I apologize for that. It's blocking it in game as well. Currently my face cam is blocking my face cam from the stream, so y'all cannot see the shot feedback. I might need to move the face cam in future videos, but solid defense so far this possession. Don't give up the baseline. Did not switch it. I got through that screen well with Anthony Parker. Coming back again, step up, make him work. T-Mac's not a guy you ever want to leave open. He gets the baseline with Oladipo, bails out of the pass. It's a good bailout pass, but again, he misses with Jeff Ruland. 0 for 2 with Jeff so far. Not hitting shots. Y'all will notice that's kind of a theme this game. He does not hit with super great consistency, and Russ just gets downhill. We'll take our easy bucket, especially against an elite level defensive player, which obviously Ty is the best of the best in that area, but a lot of people are good at defense. When you play an elite player online, you want to take the easiest shot available. If you get an opportunity for a dunk, you take the dunk. Don't force. Don't be over aggressive trying to 3-hunt. Just take the smartest and easiest shot you can. If you can get a good look, take it. Smokes with T-Mac as well. He was a little, y'all gonna see, he was a little smoky this game. That definitely hurt him for his chances to win this game for sure. Downhill drive here. His X switching is absolutely exceptional. I might have had Russ open there. Was that great offense? Not amazing, but Ronnie's a great finisher, and I trust him on the inside, and he's able with his post powerhouse and paint prodigy to get that one to go, and it works out just fine. Good shot with James Posey. I think he was rhythm shooting with Posey and a couple other cards. He wasn't rhythm shooting with everybody, but he was with Posey, and actually I don't think that was a bad defensive possession. I'm not that far off. I tried to play this even with Ronnie, and he still greened the shot. I don't hate that defense. He just did a good job hitting his pop and shooting it in rhythm and getting it off early, so he's able to knock down the 3-ball there and cut my lead down to 1. Obviously, like I said, Oladipo's elite. He's amazing defensively, really nice release, fast, elite slasher. He's probably on the same level as Russ as an overall card, to be completely honest. Not a great pass there. I'm kind of boxed, but I quick slip the screen, throw it, and he reaches a split second late with Posey. That's the only reason that worked. That could have easily been a steal, but he did reach, it looks like, a split second late there. You see Posey's hand move once the ball is already past him, and he gets a decent look to end the quarter as well, but isn't able to get it to go. We get at least a little bit of a contest, and we have a 3-point lead at the end of the first. So very, very solid start to this one. Second quarter starts off with a contested layup going in. And if y'all could see my facial reaction, I did not like that one very much. That was not one of those layups that I thought should have gone in, right? It was pretty contested by Russ. I didn't jump. I was in good position. But then I come right back down and hit one on the other end. I did green it, but it's a contested layup in itself. And we are able to knock one down. And at that point, I'm like, he hit a contested layup. I hit a contested layup. We'll take it. It works out just fine. That could have very easily been a steal for Draymond. I actually thought I played that pop really well. This is just anticipation. That's all this is. This is how you're mainly going to get turnovers, is by anticipating, which is something that Ty's better at than anybody. But right here, I know what he's going to. He's going to a pick and pop to Braun. Ronnie's in a position where he can play the slip anyway, so this is almost certainly a pop. So I'm playing aggressively. And honestly, looking at this right here, I apologize for the quality not being very high. This is the best I can do. Twitch VODs just don't have great quality. But if you look at that screenshot, or that where I paused it, Draymond should have had that steal. I played that perfectly, and I just didn't get the steal. But you can't let plays like that tilt you. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to get every single stop you should get. And he certainly doesn't get every single stop he should get in this game. I mean, right there, he gets a bump with Şengün and doesn't wind up getting the ball. So, or sorry, with Saric and doesn't wind up getting the ball. And send a back door here with Anthony Peeler. Or not Anthony Parker, I should say. And I miss wide open with ML Carr, which, good shot. Luckily, Ronnie's in position, is able to get the offensive rebound. None of his bigs are under the rim. And we get ourselves an easy layup to retake our 3-point lead. I'm in here subbing in my bench real quickly, getting Barron and T-Mac put in properly because I do have my lineup set up to counter lineup glitching if I go up against it. But good defense here. Again, Anthony Parker just got to fight as much as he can against LeBron. Nice defense here again. Y'all see how much I'm switching and trying to adjust stuff. This is very much a competitive game against, again, the best player in the world, and I'm in here locked in trying to win as much as I can. And he greens a very tough shot. That was a lightly with Saric. Not an easy shot whatsoever. But if he greens that type of shot, he greens that type of shot at the end of the day. It kind of is what it is. Driving and getting a nice mid-range fade. Mid-range fades are easier to green than 3-point fades this year. So I was actually intending to shoot a mid-range there, and we do green it. Good shot by Anthony Parker. I've been practicing my fade timings a bit and getting them down. So unfortunately, he gets an and one right back. And it's unfortunate because I would have been totally fine with him just getting the 2. I think what I did wrong here, if you go look, if we look at this play right here, I switched ML Carr onto... I don't even know how I managed to do this, to be completely honest. I want to go back and look at this play, actually, because I'm not entirely sure. But ML Carr was on Jerome Kersey to start the possession, right? So he throws it to Kersey. I X-switched here. So Russ is now guarding LeBron. I X-switched Draymond onto Chauncey. Now, I X-switch, I think, ML when this... Well, I think this is a screen coming. And so I X-switched ML, I think. But I messed up with Draymond and went to play... I don't know what I did wrong. I did something wrong here. Somehow Draymond winds up being the one who's matched up on Kersey. I try to recover late, and ML's just not in a position to get that recovery. Unfortunately, he fouls him from behind. It's just a weird animation more than anything else, but he winds up getting an and one to go, and he gets himself a tie ball game out of that 3 points right there. Fluke steal. Total fluke. This is, again, one of those plays where you're just... It happens on both sides, right? It's going to happen. But I pass fake here, right? And when I pass fake, I'm trying not to run into Saric's leg. So I pass faking here, holding the ball. Ball should be safe, should be protected. Almost certainly always is. His CPU, Chauncey Billups, just runs in behind and takes the ball out of my hand. there's nothing you can do about that. That's one of those possessions where you're just like, well, it is what it is. Now, that was not a good shot by him with Kersey, a slow fade with a guy who has like a 70-something 3-ball. Not a particularly high-quality shot, but he gets the offensive rebound and gets it to go. And unfortunately, that's just a possession where he honestly got maybe a little bit lucky, but you know, that's going to happen. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that's not going to happen. Downhill drive with Tatum. That's a great pass. I want to talk through this possession as well. Right here, he's blitzing with Chauncey, so I'm not going to run into this blitz. I pass fake right there so that I don't run into this blitz. That's why I'm pass faking there, so that I don't run into this blitz with Chauncey. Now, have patience. He reaches with Kersey because he's trying to play this lane, but again, this is why you're patient, so that I don't throw into a pass. Now that he's reached, I can see this pass is wide open. And now I have a 4-on-3, basically, because he's got two guys in the backcourt. I know he's going to stunt towards Tatum, and then he's going to go back. That just makes sense. Unless he X-switches it, he doesn't X-switch there. So I recognize that he's not X-switching. He then clicks on to Sarge. Sarge is going to drop and try to recover. But as soon as I see him click onto Sarge and start to drop, I throw the pass early enough that he's not able to recover to it. He X-switches Sarge onto Tatum, but Kersey is trailing the play by too far, so I know it's an open shot, and we're able to get a 3 off. That's just honestly smart offense right there, just doing a good job of beating really good defense. And we didn't have a big window to get that shot off. Kersey was coming and he was going to recover and get a contest very quickly, but unfortunately he's able to get an offensive rebound on that one too, and he gets a 3 out of it. Like, a couple possessions here, in all honesty, in the last like 2 possessions offensively for him, where he kind of got lucky, to be completely honest. With that's a bad shot there, and he gets the offensive rebound, and he gets a 3 out of it. The play before, I got stripped. It was kind of a fluky strip as well, and then he got a little bit of a fluky bucket. So it winds up not favoring me on that possession. That's going to happen. You got to live. You got to stay patient. Got to stay composed, and that's the most effective way to play at a high level. Is you have to be able to stay composed. He's not clicked onto Sarge there. The reason I threw this pass is because he wasn't clicked onto Sarge. Again, I want to talk through this one as well. I'm sorry. This video is going to be long, y'all. Just bear with me. I just want to be able to talk through things as much as possible and explain my thought process, because it happens at a very fast pace, but you got to be able to make these decisions quickly if you're going to play the game at a competitive level and be able to beat elite players, or at least have a chance to beat elite players. Like, Ty is best of the best. Beating him is different than beating the normal average Showdown player, but if you want to win in consistency, it's not easy. Now, he's rotating here. He comes off the hash. I could have thrown this. It was probably open, throwing this pass here. I didn't. That's okay. I see he's not clicked on to Sarge, though. Sarge is, in my mind, not an exceptional defender. That card's not bad, but he never clicked on to Sarge there. So I know I can pretty much throw the slip with how far Şengün is behind Sarge and get a free dunk. That's the only reason I threw that slip. If he had clicked on to Sarge, I wouldn't have thrown that slip. I probably would have thrown it to the hash, but he didn't click on to Sarge, so we take that slip and we get ourselves an open shot. He should have shot that 3-ball, by the way. He was wide open, and he missed it, but he gets a downhill drive with Kersey, and Jason Tatum, Ruby just can't really compete with 95 driving dunk, elite finisher, physical finisher on Hoff, all that type of stuff that Jerome Kersey has. You just kind of got to live with that. There's only so much you can do. And that, unfortunately, like honestly, that Ruby Tatum is probably the worst card on my team. This was a dog shot. He did not expect me to pull up here. People don't shoot these types of shots consistently in 2K25 for the most part. And you see he's dropping here, and I'm like, I'm going to set my feet and just see if he drops. And he does. He drops because he's expecting me to go in the lane, because the lane was open. He's expecting me to drive the ball. I'm just trying to play off of what I think he's expecting and not do that, basically, in that situation. And we get an open shot, and we green it with T-Mac. Really nice shot right there. Able to get that one to go as well. And that's a huge 3 as well, because it retakes the lead with only 30 seconds left in the half. So again, pretty solid offense here. In this half, I'm going to be totally honest, I think I've played phenomenally well. I wouldn't say I play quite as well in the second half, but I feel like I've done a really good job this first half of not turning the ball over, not making bad decisions against incredible defense, and taking smart shots and consistently taking smart shots. Baron here, I could have shot that. I did shoot it. Never mind. And I missed it, which is tough. It's a great shot. It's a wide open shot. It's a mid-range. You don't really generally want to shoot long mid-ranges, but again, against an elite player, you'll take what's open, and that's what was open. And I missed it, but it is what it is. T-Mac gets through the screen there. Good job. Good defense again. 5 seconds left. I just don't want to give up anything easy. I'm dropping Şengün, dropping out the corner. He gets a bailout pass with Jerome Kersey. I did not think Jerome Kersey had bailout, and I got sucked into his body. That was bad defense there. Should not have done that. I got lucky that he missed, but I came too far with Şengün, with Şerif here. Let's go back and talk about what I should have done here. Real quickly, let's just look at this possession and talk about what I should have done better, because I wind up giving up a wide open 3 there, and that's bad. Now, I got through that screen well, and I clicked on to Şerif to play the slip to LeBron. That's good defense. This is all good defense so far. Right here, what I should be doing is clicking onto Şengün and playing low. As soon as Tatum clips the screen with Sarge, I should click onto Şengün and X-switch Şengün onto Jerome Kersey. Instead, I'm playing out the corner, and I'm too far out the corner. This is a wide open three. This is not good defense. He has bailout on Kersey, which allows him to make that pass. But unfortunately, I mean, I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm actually going the box score right here to check and see if he has bailout. I'm looking at the badges to see if he has bailout because he made that pass and I actually missed it the first time, but he does. But that was bad defense. I should have played that much, much better than I did. Right there, this is also bad defense, by the way. First possession of the third quarter. This is another poor defensive possession. He winds up capitalizing on this one. Didn't as well in the first one. What I should have done right here, I reach with Baron Davis and play the pop. As you can see, I'm in the middle of a reach animation. I should have clicked on to Baron. He's two-manning here, basically. T-Mac is slipping to the rim. I can't predetermine the pop that much, especially when I don't have backside defensive help. I don't have anybody in position for a backside defensive rotation here, so I'm basically in a position where I just give him a wide-open lane by X-switching and reaching. Should have never reached because I didn't have that backside defensive help. It's my own fault. He winds up getting a wide-open dunk out of it. It's just bad defense, and I basically just give him a free dunk. It's just easy-peasy offense. Doesn't even have to think about it. Again, just running the ball up the court and trying not to run into bumps, trying not to do anything stupid. Again, I pass fake there because I'm worried I'm going to run into a bump. That's why I pass faked with Baron, and we're going to get into this offense. Getting a screen out of the corner to the shortest player, and that's not, in my opinion, a terrible shot. I do have the defender on my side. It's a blinder shot, which is built into Deadeye, and unfortunately, we're not able to get it to go, but I don't feel like that was a bad shot either. It just did not get the result that I was looking for. Roland is open there, but I do a good job of recovering with Şengün and staying between him and the basket, and he doesn't put that up. It would have been a floater that he might have made, but right there, could I have played that defensively better? Probably. But Tatum got clipped by the screen. If I come high with Şengün from where I was going to wind up giving an easy bucket. By the way, bad defense, or bad offense by me. I got the post spin. I just have to commit to this. He's baiting with Roland. I thought he was going to X-switch it, but even if he X-switches it, Roland's behind the play. This is a dunk. I pass out. That's a bad play. Plain and simple. I've had a few bad plays in the last couple minutes. That was not a bad play. Really nice job of going away from the screen right here. Bad play to start by not shooting the three, but what I do right here, Baron Davis has an elite behind the back. The screen is set on the right side, so I'm trying to use the screen late. I'm rejecting the screen, and then I'm using it, and he winds up X-switching it to get his center back onto Şengün, which makes sense. He wants the taller center, the taller player on my center, right? But I managed to basically use that escape behind the back away from his X-switch, and it creates a wide open three, which we're able to knock down, which is huge, being able to get another three ball off there. Excuse me. Really great pass here. This wasn't even intended to be a bounce pass, by the way. It winds up being a bounce pass. I was intending to icon B. Either way, the pass is thrown to T-Mac in a spot where I just threw it really early. I threw it as soon as I saw him click on. I mean, it is a split-second decision, but as soon as I see him come in here, because I know what he's going to do. He's going to rotate up, and the reason I know, again, this is competitive. My team is so much a game of predetermining things to a certain extent. Not predetermining, but being able to anticipate and react based off what you anticipate and hopefully anticipate correctly. What happens here? I don't get exactly a blow-by, right? But I do get a little bit of a blow-by. This looks like an open lane. It's not hugely so, but I know he's probably going to click on. And I'm like, I really want to see if I can get a three off here, basically. This is a little greedy. This might have been a little forced because he easily could have clicked on and come more this way instead of coming more this way. But I'm anticipating that he sees this as a blow-by, even if it's not entirely. I throw the pass. It was supposed to be an icon pass. Either way, the B bounce pass still throws it to T-Mac, and I green the three ball. That's a dot. Plain and simple. That's what that was. That was a perfect pass at the right time. And he gets a pretty open team three with T-Mac right back, but misses it. I think that was an open. It might have been a lightly, but I don't think it was, but he misses it right back. And he's missed a couple shots, which is the thing that he's probably not doing very well. Şengün drives the ball here. The reason I went up with that is because whoever's the defender that comes to rotate, literally when I catch the ball here with Şengün, it doesn't matter who the defender is that comes to rotate. I have an open driving lane, whether it's Oladipo or T-Mac, does not matter. Neither defender is getting over to this and likely getting the right contest animation with that open of a lane. That's just a take that it basically is an open lane. And if he gets a God animation with T-Mac and gets a stop, he gets a God animation. But again, that's a high percentage shot, and you got to take him when you can get him. Baron Davis bails me out there. That wasn't me. That was just the game giving me a God Annie. And then I wind up throwing the ball right back to him. It's bad offense. He swings it to T-Mac, gets another pretty good look. Baron gets a late contest, and Baron does have the challenger badge on him, which allows him to get a little bit of a contest where otherwise he wouldn't have, and he misses again with T-Mac. Now, easily could have greened one, if not both of those last two shots, but he doesn't, and it winds up working out just fine. He X-switches Oladipo off of Şengün, which is a really good job by him because I was going to drop step Oladipo, but he switched it. Good job. I get inside with Tatum, set my feet, hold right trigger, get a standing dunk. Was my corner three ball open here? Possibly. Was I paying attention to my corner three ball? No. And it actually was. I had Sharif wide open. I probably should have passed this, but I get Oladipo on my back, and I'm in a position here where I'm probably going to get a standing dunk with a decent athlete, and so I go up with the standing dunk. Should I have kicked it to the corner? Probably would have been a better shot because it would have been 3 instead of 2, and it's probably a slightly higher percentage shot because you're not risking Ruland getting over and getting a contest or forcing a missed dunk or something like that, but it winds up working out anyway, and we still get points. So not going to complain about the way that one went. Downhill drive there. We do a good job of showing with Şengün, but being able to stay close enough to where we can recover to Ruland. Really nice defense here. Again, playing the slip with Şengün. Go under the screen. X-switched it, but I X-switched it a little late, and luckily he gets a load up and misses with Sharif. That was a late X-switch. Let's go back and talk about that one too. Everything I do defensively on this possession is great until right here. This is not going to be a get-through. This is going to be contact. I need to X-switch this earlier so that I can, I need to X-switch this now and click. I need to be clicked on to Baron Davis like a half second before I am. Because you see I get close-ish to get a contest. He misses the shot, which is good. He's not shooting very well right now, which is convenient. For me, but I just think that could have been better defense for sure. I could have exercised that better. And then my Sharif pops open, and that's a bang. That's just a great shot. Sharif off the push pop, gets enough space, pulls with confidence, and knocks the 3-ball down. And we're up 8. Just out here hooping, to be completely honest. Getting a little lucky by his lack of shooting ability for sure. Not lacking of shooting ability, lack of shot making right now, but it winds up working out. Did I have Team X streaking down the lane there? Maybe. Was that have been a little bit of a force? Probably, so I don't force it there. Just trying to be patient, get a good shot. Calling Şengün back into the pick and fade this time. Use the screen, and I just get stripped. I was going for a pump fake, and I just got stripped by Oladipo. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. To be honest, I don't think I did anything inherently wrong on that possession as much as, again, just got a bad animation, and he winds up getting a dunk out of it. Like, I don't think that's going to happen 10 times a game. You know what I mean? Not 10 times a game. But things are going to go against you multiple times a game, and you just kind of have to be okay with that and be able to deal with it. This is the best defensive play I've ever seen in my life. I'm gassing it, but this is incredible defense. I almost am not even mad at myself here. I threw this pass. I backdoor T-Mac, right, from the top of the key. He clicks on to Posey and rotates to this, and I'm like trying to dot him. And he throws, I mean, that's a hell of a rotation. He's X-switching it too. This is just incredible defense. Being able to rotate, to click off that quickly and get on here and rotate this and X-switch it, just like, it's just amazing defense, honestly, to have the awareness to be able to make that rotation that quickly. That's just exceptional defense. And honestly, that's the type of possession where you just almost shake your head and you're like, well, the result didn't favor me, but we'll live. He fouls here because he knows he's hugely out of position. He selled out for the stop out of that double team in the backcourt, and he intentionally fouls to prevent me from getting an easy bucket because I basically had a really easy 4-on-3 there where I would have had Sharif wide open for a 3 or a dunk with T-Mac. Quick slip the screen. Not great. Kind of threw it at his face there, and he gets a decent but not great look. A little too deep for Chauncey. That's not an easy shot by any means. That's a shot I would expect him to miss, and he does miss it. So we go into the fourth quarter up by 4. Luckily, again, his shooting has not been ideal this game. He's missed a couple of decent looks. I'd say he probably should have made at least 2 more threes in that third quarter than he did. And so I realistically should probably be losing by 2 right now based off of that, but instead I'm up 4. At the same time, there's been a few animations that certainly haven't favored me in this game that we've already seen. So, like, at the end of the day, it's 2K. It's going to favor one player or another at different times. Great patience, by the way, here. I know he's going to X-switch. I know he's going to rotate. I know he's going to send bodies. He's going to try to make things look open that aren't. I have an open lane. I'm just going to go downhill with Russ. He doesn't stop the ball. And so if he doesn't stop the ball, I'm going up. It's an easy bucket. And we take our layup to start the fourth quarter and retake a 6-point lead. At this point, 6-point lead. It's not a huge lead by any means, but it's really a lead where you just want to make sure you're getting points on the board as much as possible. Thought that was pretty good defense. I X-switched it late. Ronnie does a good job of contesting, and he draws a foul. I don't hate that defense. It wasn't an easy shot. Very easily could have been a blocker contest instead of a foul, but it winds up being a foul, and Kersey winds up hitting the free throws. So it's one of those possessions, again, where you kind of just live. It is what it is. Throwing it up to Draymond here. He X-switches. Maybe I could have thrown it to Ronnie, but the spacing just wasn't great, and I go up. This was a force, not a good take. He has this walled up with Sarge. What I should have done here, honestly, I have a 2-on-1. I need to go to this hash because LeBron is behind Ronnie, kind of. He's behind him enough where if I just go to the hash corner over here, he is forced to make a decision. I'm going to have a dunk or I'm going to have a 3. One of the two. Instead, I drive. This was the wrong play. Could I have thrown a lob here and potentially scored? Yes. Was this the wrong play? 100%. I did not use my spacing properly. I could have had basically an open shot no matter what if I had played it properly and reacted right, but instead I force a layup in transition, just blowing time off the clock for no reason and giving him an easy bucket, which is unfortunate. And then he gets another foul with Kersey driving to the rim. Again, he's kind of in front of me. I can't be too mad about that foul animation. I'm less mad about that one than I was about the last foul with Kersey, but he winds up getting a couple free throws there and winds up knocking down 2 more. So Kersey has cut it to a 2-point game after it was just 6. And that's honestly my fault because I had a decent look. He intentional fouls again. Smart intentional foul. He's not going to play this with Saric. He tries to play it with Saric, but I have enough space here where I can get this pass off. He doubles me in the backcourt. I throw it early enough to where Saric isn't able to react to it. And if he hadn't fouled here, I would have had a free dunk with Ronnie. So it's a smart foul, and it's a very good job by him of realizing it very quickly and making that split-second decision to foul. And it winds up being a very smart foul for him. And he winds up getting himself, setting himself up for an opportunity to get a stop, whereas otherwise he would not have had one. Draymond driving downhill here, doesn't have much. That was not a great pass to Russ. Could have relatively easily been stolen by Raja, I think, but it didn't wind up being so. He tries to X-switch, and I just run right past his X-switch. Chauncey doesn't pick up ball, and it winds up being an easy dunk. Like, it works out. I'm just able to take a nice direct lane angle to the basket and just basically cut inside of his X-switch, and Chauncey can never make contact with me. And we wind up getting an easy dunk, and that's always nice. Wide open push pop, and he misses. Like I said, his shooting, not great. That should have been green. That was an open shot. A couple of the shots he missed in the third quarter were like semi-contested, makeable-ish, but not super easy. That was an easy shot and one he should have hit, and he doesn't. And then I come down and drill a 3 with Russ. One of the things I've noticed with Russ specifically as my PG is people love to go under screens. Look how far he goes under with Chauncey Billups. He is expecting me to rim run. And so I'm like, you're way, 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 way under. I'm just stopping and popping, shooting with confidence, and I've got Russ's release pretty good down, and we knock down the 3, and that's a massive 3, too, because it retakes a 7-point lead. Just a really nice, smart shot. Seeing him go that far under, just got to be willing to shoot with confidence and take the right shot as I can, and that's exactly what we do in that situation, getting ourselves a good look and a good shot. I just skipped ahead. He just missed another shot. What was the shot that he missed? I want to see real quickly. Was it another wide open shot? It's pretty wide open. Well, it's a little bit of a contest from Ronnie, but not that great. He's not shooting well. He should have hit probably 3 of these that he's missed, at least, if not more. Like, he's missed 6 threes in the second half that he should have made, like at least half of them probably with the way this game is. So realistically, I'm up 7, and based on his lack of shooting, should maybe be up more like none, be down 2 maybe. Although, again, a couple animations didn't favor me in the first half, so it kind of goes both ways. But he's missed some shots he should have made. This is the wrong pass. But I'm going to explain the thought process behind this pass. Do I have Anthony Parker on a slip here? Probably. I probably could have thrown that ball on the slip to Anthony Parker. I didn't. I'm expecting here, when he rotates to play the slip, I think he's going to do what he did last time, which is rotate off this corner and come up to the hash. So I'm iconing to the corner, trying to throw it early so that he moves up. This is anticipation gone wrong, basically. And it's a little bit of a force because I'm expecting him to click onto Ruland and come up here, in which point I can steam this to the corner. It's a wide open 3. He doesn't click onto Ruland, and I wind up turning the ball over. My bad, honestly. It's just a little bit of a force more than anything else, to be honest. Russ in isolation, just doing his best to wall up. I show a little bit of a body with Ronnie, but I go back and Russ gets me a paint stop. Great defense by Russ. I really like Russ as a card, and he does some really good things sometimes, and that was definitely one of them. So huge play right there. Another pass fake to make sure I don't run into a bump. Minute 40 left, up by 7 with the ball. This should be a relatively easy win. It doesn't wind up being that, but it should have been. Actually, that probably would have been the dagger right there, to be honest. The fact that Anthony Parker just missed a wide open layup over Chauncey Billups, that's just Hode more than anything else. That miss is 100% Hode. And he comes back and drills a 3 with Raja, which is obnoxious. That's a 5-point swing right there, and a huge swing. If I make that layup, I'm up 9 with a minute and a half left. The game's over. If I miss that layup, well, he's able to get in transition, get a 3-ball off, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game instead of a 9-point game. Massive swing, and an unfortunate swing for me because I took the right shot with Anthony Parker. But again, my most important thing is to try to stay composed here and try to get points if I can. Downhill drive, T-Mac to the rim, gets an open lane. I don't think that Sharif Abdur-Rahim coming off the hash, especially behind me, is going to get an animation to stop that, and he doesn't. We get ourselves a big dunk, and I give up a 3 immediately. Terrible. This cannot happen. This cannot happen. I have to be home. I'm clicked on to Ronnie. It is my job to go find the center. I didn't do it. And he winds up with a wide open 3. Totally my fault. He greens that one as well. Just a terrible defensive play by me. That should never have been open. He has to at least work for his buckets. And I do not do a good job of making him work for it there. I know he's going to click onto Chauncey and try to steal that pass to Russ. So I dribble towards Russ, and I'm patient until I can get that pass off for sure. We get an open lane. Russ gets inside. And he misses a wide open layup. Basically, I know he got fouled from behind, but again, that's 2 layup misses in the last minute. That would have been really, really nice. It puts it at where this would be a 6-point game instead of a 5-point game. But I do wind up making both free throws, which works out, and I'm up by 5 with 39 seconds left. Under the screen here again, we commit a foul. I'm totally fine with that. Not concerned about that. That's our foul to give. No problems. But a 5-point lead with 37 seconds left. He's trying to come off the screen with Raja. I clicked onto Draymond here to just get a contest so he can't shoot that. Good job by clicking onto Draymond so he doesn't get that shot open with Raja. And I don't know what happened here, to be totally honest. Like, I do know what happened here. Russ got sucked into the screen, but I just didn't expect Russ to get sucked into the screen. Maybe I should have X-switched this, but he rejected the screen. Now, this is kind of my own fault. I clicked onto Russ, and I did barely move him to the left, anticipating that he would use the screen. He didn't. He runs straight away from the screen. Is this bad defense by me? I'll let you decide. Maybe, but I give up a wide open 3 and a fast one at that, and it's just, he's gotten 3 threes off in the last minute of the game, which has allowed him to cut the lead from 7 to 2. That should have been a turnover. He got hoed, plain and simple. I will say, I've had a few possessions, a few things not go my way either. So I'm not going to sit here and say that he's been super duper unlucky this game. But that was 100% a play where he just quite simply got hoed. No doubt about it. Passing it to T-Mac in the corner. T-Mac, good pass to Rafe here. This is a terrible pass. This is elite defense coming to rotate like this. But it's a bad pass, and I turned the ball over. Just a brain-dead pass. This was inexcusable, plain and simple. It is just inexcusable. Because I'm doing great here. Patience. I swing it to Ronnie. That's a good pass. He plays this perfectly. It's great anticipation. I did not need to pass that ball, though. This was not a pass that I needed to make. And I just throw a turnover. And it puts him in a position where he is now in a position with 13 seconds left where he can win or at least tie the game. So 7 seconds left. Really good defense, honestly. Really nice defense this entire possession. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. CPU Anthony Parker commits a foul. It's not me. It's the CPU committing a foul with 2.4 seconds left. He was caged. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, no way my CPU just tied the game for him. Except it didn't. He missed the free throw. 2K gave me one right there. They gave me a blessing. So with 1.5 seconds left, we now shoot free throws to take a 3-point lead with T-Mac, and I'm not planning on missing these. Locked in on the free throws. First free throw, I don't know what percentage it was because, again, my face cam is blocking the shot feedback. But both free throws do go down with T-Mac, and I have a 54-51 lead with 1.5 seconds left. Now, normally I would in a showdown game, I would not foul because I would let my opponent get a shot off. It's just showdown. With that being said, this isn't a normal showdown game. We're playing against the best My Team player in the world, and he has already intentionally fouled me twice to make sure that I don't get easy buckets in the 3rd and 4th quarter. And so I call another timeout here. Number one, to make sure I get my defensive lineup in, I want to make sure I get ML Carr in instead of Anthony Parker, because quite simply, Anthony Parker is not as good of a defender as ML Carr is. So we make that swap right there to get 6'8" T-Mac at the 2, ML at the 3. Wanted to look and see if there's anybody I wanted to put at the 4 instead of Draymond, but the answer is no, there's not. So this is what we got, and I am basically like, I'm going to foul him 100%. I'm fouling him as soon as he touches the ball. And so I foul him as soon as he touches the ball. And he can't get a 3-ball off, basically. He pauses me because he doesn't like that I fouled. But, like, he fouled me twice to not give me easy buckets. So all's fair, right? That's just how it goes. Smart play right there to basically give him no chance to get a shot off to tie the game is basically all that was. And with 0.7 seconds left, all I'm trying to do is get the ball in and shoot. And I do exactly that. And I wind up winning the game. 1-point win over the best My Team player in the world. I know this is a long, long video, but I hope y'all did enjoy this long video because I haven't beaten Tydebo in a long time, man. I'm not going to lie. It's been quite a while, and so this is one of those wins that definitely feels very, very good. As y'all can see, he did not shoot well. A few of the misses he shot were not easy shots and were decently contested, but he probably missed 3 or 4 threes that he should have made at least. There were a couple of animations that didn't favor me for sure, but do I believe I deserved to win this game? Probably not. He probably played a couple points better than me. But as a whole, we wind up winning the game, and there's definitely a lot to learn from this game. I did not play perfectly at all. There were a lot of mistakes I made on both ends of the court, but we managed to find a way to get it done. And I think this is a great game and a really fun game, and hopefully a game that y'all can learn a lot from as well that you can implement into your own game. As y'all see, efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. I took smart shots all game, and that's the main reason I won, is because I took smart shots. And because I took smart shots and was able to make them, we got very, very, very efficient game. We were able to win the game despite our 9 turnovers. So fun game overall. Shout out to Ty. He's the GOAT. I love Ty. He's a great dude and obviously an incredible player. And was a lot of fun to play him in Showdown. And it was really, really fun to get that win, of course. So I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Again, it's a 35-minute video, much longer video than y'all are probably used to. But I thought this was one that deserved a nice, long, thorough breakdown. So if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.